Okay, so here we are going to be working on naming and drawing our alcohols or our hydroxyl functional group. Okay, so let's go through our naming rules. We'll go through the IUPAC system first, and then we'll go through the common name. So in following the IUPAC system, what we are going to be doing is, again, using the parent chain. We are going to keep the suffix but drop the E and add all. So think all, alcohol, all. As far as our locant goes, our OH is going to have the lowest carbon number. Okay, so if I am going to name this compound, I'm looking at the longest parent chain. And what I see here is that I have a parent chain of 3 carbons. And so that is going to give me prop. Oops. So I'm going to drop the E and add an OL. Now, I'm going to determine where that where that OH group is, and it is on the second carbon. And so this will be let me see here. Right, I've got my OH group here, and it is on the second carbon. And so that is going to be a 2. A 2-propanol. So the propanol is my, unbelievable. The propanol is my parent chain, and the OH group is on that second carbon. Now, if you want to, you could write it out this way. You could call this, make sure I'm writing with a pen, propan 2-all. And I'll see that quite as often as the first one. All right, so let's go ahead and do our common name. So if we were to name this using our common naming structure, it will be the alkyl group plus alcohol. So the name for this one, let me go ahead and write this out, and then we'll talk about why. This is an isopropyl followed by the word alcohol. Okay, so just as a reminder, the iso indicates branching on a straight chain alkane, and it is used when the branch is on the second carbon. So since this alcohol is on the second carbon, this would be an iso, so isopropyl alcohol. Okay, so let's do a few more examples. So first we are going to name this compound. And so remembering that, well, first I want to identify my longest chain. And so my longest chain is, oh, that highlighter does not work very well. So my longest chain here is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons. Okay, so I know I have a pent. Now, it's important to remember when you are numbering that the OH gets the lowest locant. So I just want to double check and make sure that if I number the other direction, that does not give me the lowest locant for the OH group. So the OH needs to be on carbon number 2, that is the lowest value. So my chlorine will be on carbon number 4. So if I go to name this, so again, my longest chain is the pent. Okay, so it is going to be, now remember, I'm going to drop the E and replace that with an all. The alcohol is on carbon number 2. And my chlorine is on carbon number 4. So this will be a 4-chloro-2-pentanol. Okay, Now, as far as drawing the next compound, we're going to draw 2-methyl-2-butanol. So I'm going to start by counting out my carbons. I'll do blue here. So but means that I've got 4 carbons. So I'm going to go ahead and draw them all out. Oh, I'm off camera. Okay, now I have 2-methyl. So now I always count from left to right. Let me go ahead and I'll count these guys in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So on carbon number 2, I will have my OH group. Let me give myself space. And I also have a methyl on carbon number 2. So let's go ahead and draw that methyl group in. All right, so I have everybody placed where they are supposed to be. And now I'm going to go ahead and fill in my hydrogens. Carbon number 1 needs 3 hydrogens to fill the 4 spaces around the carbon. Carbon number 2 is done. Right, I've got carbon number 2 bonded to 2 other carbons, including the methyl group and the OH group. So carbon number 2 is done. Carbon number 3 needs 2 hydrogens, and carbon number 4 needs 3. And there we have our 2-methyl-2-butanol.